Think your favorite snack is harmless? Some everyday foods could quietly be damaging your heart, bones, and brain, especially after 60. It's not always the obvious culprits either. Some of the worst offenders are hiding in plain sight on our plates, disguised as harmless or even healthy. Let's be honest, keeping up with what's good and bad for you is exhausting. Nutrition advice changes all the time, and for those of us in our golden years, the stakes are higher. Our bodies become more sensitive, our metabolism slows, and our immune system works harder just to keep things balanced. What worked in your 30s or 40s might now be quietly working against you. But that doesn't mean you have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Today, we'll break down 5 surprisingly common foods that could be sabotaging your health. Foods that contribute to fatigue, inflammation, high blood pressure, and even memory issues. And more importantly, we'll show you what to eat instead, without sacrificing flavor or satisfaction. Dear viewers, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. It means a lot to us. If you care about living stronger and healthier every day, your support helps us grow and continue delivering health-focused videos for people just like you. All right, let's get into the first one. And trust me, it's something that finds its way into more meals than you might expect. Let's start with something many of us enjoy without a second thought. Processed meats, bacon, sausages, deli meats like salami, ham, and even those pre-packaged hot dogs. They're convenient, tasty, and often make an appearance in sandwiches, salads, or breakfast plates. But these foods come with some serious hidden dangers. First, processed meats are loaded with sodium, nitrates, and preservatives. These ingredients are not only used to extend shelf life, but also contribute to several chronic health conditions. Sodium, for instance, is notorious for raising blood pressure, a key factor in heart disease, stroke, and kidney problems. The nitrates and nitrites found in many processed meats are linked to an increased risk of cancers, particularly colorectal cancer. In fact, the World Health Organization has classified processed meats as a Group 1 carcinogen, meaning there is strong evidence that they can contribute to cancer development. Now, you might be thinking, but I only eat these occasionally. That may be true, but even occasional consumption can have long-term effects, especially as you get older. After the age of 60, our bodies become less efficient at processing sodium. This means excess salt in the diet can contribute to water retention, kidney strain, and dangerously high blood pressure, which makes your heart work harder than it needs to. Processed meats also contain high levels of unhealthy fats. These saturated fats can clog arteries, leading to atherosclerosis, a thickening and hardening of the arteries, and increasing the risk of heart disease. And it's not just about your heart. When the circulatory system is compromised, it also impacts brain function, leading to reduced cognitive ability and even memory loss over time. For seniors, the risk is even greater. Many older adults already have weakened immune systems or pre-existing conditions like high blood pressure or kidney problems. So, the harmful effects of processed meats become much more pronounced. But here's the good news. There are plenty of alternatives. You don't need to give up on meat entirely. Consider switching to fresh, lean meats like grilled chicken, turkey, or even fish, which offer protein without the added sodium and fats. And don't forget about plant-based proteins like lentils, chickpeas, beans, or tofu. These are excellent, heart-healthy sources of protein that are packed with fiber and essential nutrients. One simple change, like swapping a processed deli meat sandwich for a grilled chicken wrap, can make a huge difference in how you feel every day. It's all about making choices that benefit your health in the long run. Let's talk about something many of us reach for daily: sugary beverages. From sodas to sweet teas to fruit punches, these drinks are often marketed as refreshing and even healthy alternatives. But they're far from it. In fact, they can be one of the worst offenders in your diet, especially as you age. The biggest issue with sugary drinks is the massive sugar load they carry. In just one can of soda, you could be consuming more than 30 grams of sugar, which is over half the recommended daily limit. This rapid sugar spike causes a quick burst of energy, but it's usually followed by a sharp crash, leaving you feeling sluggish, irritable, and hungry again. Over time, these frequent sugar surges can wear out your body's ability to regulate blood sugar, which is a major contributor to type 2 diabetes. For seniors, this is particularly concerning. As we age, our metabolism naturally slows down, and our body becomes more sensitive to sugar. That means our cells are less effective at processing sugar, which leads to higher blood sugar levels and insulin resistance. This not only contributes to weight gain, but also increases the risk of developing diabetes, a condition that can be difficult to manage later in life. But the risks don't stop there. High sugar consumption has also been linked to cognitive decline. Studies suggest that a diet high in sugar could increase the risk of Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. This happens because sugar contributes to chronic inflammation in the body, which affects brain cells and impairs their ability to function properly. And if that wasn't enough, sugary drinks are not only harmful to your body, but also your teeth. The sugar and acidity in sodas and sweet teas can lead to cavities and gum disease. For older adults who may already face dental issues, this can make it even harder to enjoy the foods they love and get the nutrients they need. The good news? You don't have to miss out on refreshing drinks. There are plenty of healthy alternatives that won't spike your blood sugar. Try infused water with slices of lemon, cucumber, or mint for a light, refreshing taste without the added sugar. Herbal teas, hot or iced, are another excellent option as they come in a wide variety of flavors and contain no sugar at all. If you still crave a little sweetness, try diluting fresh juices with water or opting for sparkling water with a splash of fruit juice. Making these simple swaps can help you maintain healthy blood sugar levels, prevent unwanted weight gain, and support better cognitive function as you age. Plus, you'll feel refreshed without the mid-afternoon energy crash. Now, let's talk about one of the most common and most tempting foods in many of our diets: white bread and other refined grains. You might be surprised to hear that these seemingly harmless staples are actually doing more harm than good, especially as you get older. The problem with white bread and refined grains is that they are stripped of most of their fiber and nutrients during processing. While this makes them soft, fluffy, and easy to digest, it also means they have a high glycemic index. This means they cause your blood sugar to spike quickly after eating, leading to an energy crash not long afterward. The resulting blood sugar fluctuations can make you feel sluggish, irritable, and hungry again soon after eating. For seniors, the risks are even more pronounced. Refined grains lack the fiber that helps regulate blood sugar, reduce cholesterol, and support digestive health. Without enough fiber, you're more likely to experience constipation, sluggish digestion, and difficulty maintaining a healthy weight. This is especially problematic for older adults who may already experience a slower metabolism and reduced digestive function. Additionally, these blood sugar fluctuations increase your risk of developing type 2 diabetes, a condition that can be especially difficult to manage in your later years. But the health consequences of refined grains go beyond just blood sugar. Research has shown that diets high in refined grains can contribute to inflammation in the body, which is a key factor in the development of chronic diseases like arthritis, heart disease, and even certain cancers. Inflammation is especially problematic for older adults, as it can worsen joint pain, increase the risk of cardiovascular issues, and even impair immune function. The good news is that making the switch from refined grains to whole grains is a simple and highly beneficial change. Whole grains are rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals, and they help keep blood sugar levels stable. Try swapping out white bread for whole grain options like oats, barley, or whole wheat bread. You can also enjoy whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, and farro, which are all excellent sources of fiber and will help keep your digestive system functioning smoothly. By choosing whole grains, you'll not only help stabilize your blood sugar, but also support better heart health, improve digestion, and reduce inflammation. Plus, whole grains can be just as delicious and versatile as their refined counterparts, so you won't have to sacrifice flavor or convenience. Let's move on to something many of us crave, but that's particularly problematic for seniors: deep-fried foods. French fries, fried chicken, donuts. These delicious treats are often a staple at fast food restaurants and family gatherings. While they may satisfy your taste buds, they can be incredibly harmful to your health, especially as you age. Deep-fried foods are loaded with trans fats and unhealthy oils. These fats are not only high in calories, but also contribute to increased cholesterol levels, which is a major risk factor for heart disease. Trans fats have been shown to raise bad LDL cholesterol while lowering good HDL cholesterol, contributing to the buildup of plaque in your arteries. Over time, this can lead to atherosclerosis, a condition where the arteries become narrow and hardened, restricting blood flow and increasing the risk of heart attack and stroke. But the negative impact of deep-fried foods doesn't end with the heart. They can also trigger inflammation throughout the body, which is especially harmful as we age. Inflammation has been linked to a wide range of chronic conditions, including arthritis, diabetes, and even certain cancers. For seniors, chronic inflammation can worsen joint pain, increase the risk of mobility issues, and impair overall quality of life. When we talk about aging bodies, deep-fried foods can also cause weight gain and reduce mobility. Fried foods are calorie-dense and provide little in terms of nutritional value. Over time, this can lead to weight gain, which puts extra strain on the joints, making conditions like arthritis even more painful. Additionally, excess weight can reduce your ability to stay active, further contributing to a cycle of physical decline. But there's good news. You don't have to give up on the crispy textures you love. There are plenty of healthier alternatives that are just as satisfying. Instead of frying, try roasting or grilling vegetables like sweet potatoes, zucchini, or Brussels sprouts. You can also try air frying, which uses significantly less oil while still achieving that crispy texture. When it comes to protein, grilled chicken, turkey, or fish are excellent alternatives to fried meats. These options are lower in fat, healthier for the heart, and still delicious. Swapping out deep-fried foods for healthier options doesn't mean giving up flavor or indulgence. It just means making smarter choices that support your health in the long run. By embracing oven-roasted veggies and lean proteins, you'll not only feel better, but also reduce your risk of heart disease, arthritis, and other chronic conditions. Lastly, let's talk about a sneaky culprit in many of our diets: high-sodium foods. You might not even realize how much salt is hidden in your meals, especially in packaged and processed foods. Canned soups, packaged noodles, salty snacks, and even so-called healthy pre-packaged meals often contain shocking amounts of sodium. It's no secret that sodium is a necessary nutrient for our bodies. It helps regulate fluid balance and nerve function. But too much sodium, especially in older adults, can cause a host of serious health problems. The most immediate concern with excess sodium is its effect on blood pressure. Salt causes the body to retain water, which can lead to increased blood volume and ultimately higher blood pressure. For seniors, this is a significant issue. High blood pressure is a major risk factor for heart disease, stroke, and kidney failure. And since the kidneys naturally become less efficient as we age, the excess sodium can put additional strain on the kidneys, leading to even greater complications. Sodium's effects extend beyond just blood pressure. Research has shown that high sodium intake can also contribute to inflammation, a key factor in many age-related conditions like arthritis, osteoporosis, and even heart disease. For seniors who already face joint pain, kidney issues, or cardiovascular concerns, this added inflammation can worsen symptoms and reduce overall quality of life. Another concern with high-sodium foods is that they often come with little to no nutritional value. Many packaged and processed foods are calorie-dense but lack essential vitamins and minerals, leaving you feeling full without nourishing your body. For seniors, this can lead to nutrient deficiencies that affect energy levels, immune function, and cognitive health. But don't worry, there are simple ways to reduce your sodium intake without sacrificing flavor. The first step is to cook more meals from scratch, where you have full control over what goes into your food. Instead of relying on canned soups and processed meals, try using fresh ingredients to prepare soups, stews, and sauces. When you do use packaged foods, look for low sodium or no salt added options. You can also use herbs and spices to enhance the flavor of your dishes. Basil, oregano, garlic, and rosemary are just a few examples of sodium-free seasonings that can make your meals taste delicious. Switching to fresh, whole foods and cooking more at home will help you control the amount of sodium you consume. And by reducing your sodium intake, you'll protect your heart, kidneys, and overall health, ensuring that your golden years remain healthy and active. Now that we've covered these 5 harmful foods, let's quickly recap what we've learned today. First, we talked about processed meats, like bacon, sausages, and deli meats, which are high in sodium. Nitrates and preservatives that can increase the risk of heart disease, cancer, and high blood pressure. Then we covered sugary beverages, sodas, sweet teas, and fruit punches that spike blood sugar and contribute to type 2 diabetes, cognitive decline, and even weight gain. Next, we discussed white bread and refined grains, which are low in fiber and can cause blood sugar crashes, leading to an increased risk of diabetes and digestive problems. We also looked at deep-fried foods, French fries, fried chicken, and donuts, packed with unhealthy fats and trans fats, which increase the risk of heart disease, arthritis, and weight-related mobility issues. Lastly, we examined high-sodium foods like canned soups and salty snacks, which can raise blood pressure, stress your kidneys, and contribute to chronic inflammation. But here's the empowering part. You don't have to make all of these changes overnight. Small, manageable swaps can have a huge impact on your health. By replacing processed meats with lean proteins, sugary drinks with infused water or herbal teas, and refined grains with whole grains, you're already on your way to a healthier lifestyle. Even simply reducing the amount of fried and high-sodium foods you eat can significantly improve your energy levels, heart health, and overall well-being. So, don't feel overwhelmed. Take it one step at a time. Every positive change you make counts, and with a little effort, you'll feel stronger and healthier every day. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these foods surprised you the most? Or maybe you've already started making some of these changes. Drop a comment below. We read every single one and love hearing how these tips are helping you make healthier choices. If this video helped you or someone you care about, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share it with a friend who might need a health boost. Your support really helps us reach more people and spread the word about healthier living, especially for seniors. Thanks for watching, and remember, every small step you take can lead to a healthier, happier future.